Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and let's guess where I am now. I'm at the Amazon, the biggest forest in the world. So I will have jungle trip 4 days and 3 nights in the jungle. So I'm so excited, and let's go to discover the Amazon jungle. The tour company is called IGUANA. So they pick up us at the hostel at the Manaus Center, and then we start the trip at 8 a.m. and it takes a lot of time until 4 hours by a lot of transportation from the boat to speedboat and car, and then we have to wait for about 20 minutes because of the rain. It was raining heavily, so no one can go during the bad weather. But we enjoy the trip. So you can see here that the meeting point of the Black River and the White River, so they cannot mix because of the water compositions and densities. It's very interesting. This kind of van is very popular in Brazil. They use it to go to the beach, go to sell things like coconut, and you can see a lot of this van on the way for tourism. And it's very it's old because it doesn't have air conditioner, so when it's hot it's very uncomfortable, but luckily it's raining outside, but it's very bumpy because of the road. The ideal weather to visit Manaus is from September to December. From February to June is the rainy seasons. But yeah, I cannot make my time on September, so when I have chance I need to go and enjoy what it is, what the life brings me to Manaus. And you can see that all the way is very rural areas, very peaceful, and you can see a sightseeing here. So the tour is very optional and very flexible. You can choose just 1 day, 2 days or 3 days, and maximum is 5 days and 4 nights. So I don't have time, so just 4 days and 3 nights for me. It rained heavily, so we stay inside waiting for it stop. And one of my friends from Excel in my caipirinha. Finally, we get into the speedboat. That is the final transportation to the campsite called Jumalek. And it's raining outside. We just observing the river. I hope when we back to the Manaus, it have the better weather so we can see the two sides of the rivers. I'm interested in visiting the tribal village here next to the jungle, but the speedboat driver said that there was some village, but they haven't received tourists. So yeah, what a pity. I will back to Manaus and find another option for visiting the indigenous village. Yes, we arrived at Jumalek campsite. Yeah, this is the place we will stay for 4 days and 3 nights. So people here, they have sanitary protocols strictly. Every time when people go for lunch, dinner, they are required to wear mask, and I think it's good. So after 2 years of pandemic, they just recently back to working again at a campsite. During my stay 4 days and 3 nights, all of my meals are fish and some vegetable, very local. This is the first time I have eaten meat for such a long day, because in the Amazon River the most popular and available is fish, and yeah, it's tasty and it's fresh. Didi Anderson, our tour guide for 4 days and 3 days. He's amazing at his job. He can whistle as the bird to imitate them and make them respond by whistle back, singing a song back. And he's from Venezuela. After having lunch and having a good nap, we go for the canoe tour for piranha fishing, dolphin observation, and then we can see the sunrise and sunset. But unfortunately, we didn't see that because of the bad weather.
Essa daí é chamado de apoio, porque é diferente.
Unfortunately, I stay here 4 days and 3 nights, but I couldn't see any sunset or sundown because of the bad weather. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's very cloudy, so the sun didn't come out. But for the other things, the landscape is beautiful, the people is very friendly, the food was amazing, and it's the place for a retreat. If you want to disconnect with the world, you can go there and enjoy the life here. The tour guide Anderson explained to us very clearly about how diversity of the trees in the Amazon River and Amazon forest. So in the forest they have a lot of plants and herbs with the indigenous people use for treating some of the diseases related to digestion, sleeping disorder, and
I hate you. I'm curious. I don't want to be you.
Sometimes bitter things are good for you.
And this is the biggest tree in the jungle, named Samauma. It considered is the mother of the jungles. You can remember that in the film named Avatar, they the trees that give the blessing for all of the people is used in the film. So this is the trees, and it has nearly 300 years. So for nearly 20 people to hold together to can enough cover the trees. Some said a kilometer of the trees it costs 1,000 reais at the black market. So they use the wood to make the furniture. And look, this is the special ant. So the Anderson asked us to put our hand in the middle of the net, and then some ant will go to the hand, and we rub it, and they make a very special smell, and the mosquito bite release the itchy. Also, it's very romantic. Is those offerings for tomorrow. Tonight we have a camp in the forest, so we have tried that. This is the tent. Okay, let's fishing. Piranha, the most dangerous fish of the Amazon River. Okay, so you can hear a lot of things about piranha. And to fish the piranha, we need some kind of meat. And Anderson had prepared some of the chicken meat with the skin, and so we can use it to fish piranha, and it's very fun. We have a lot of fun here because I can make 3 times successfully with 3 piranhas. One is black and yellow and dark, but Anderson has released all of them back to the rivers, but some can bring it back and ask the kitchen to make a dish for them. It's optional, you don't need to do that if you don't like, but some people, they want to try the taste of the feet. And Holt, the guy from Israel, he quite lucky too. He got 3 times 3 fish, and this fish they didn't want to release the chicken, so he keeps staying on this. He's stuck.
I did it.
fishing, we go to have a bath at the river, and it is the most sunlight we see at the sunset. It's kind of lucky, even though it's very cloudy, and we enjoy that moment, swimming, talking, and relaxing. Our next challenge is survival or sleep one night in the Amazon jungle. So people need to bring a lot of things to spend one night here, like food. We have chicken, fish, and rice, and potato, tomatoes. So we have to cook by ourselves. And of course, we have something to sleep on, that is hammock. And each person will have to build a hammock, tie the rope tight enough, otherwise you cannot sleep, and also the net to prevent the mosquito. And Anderson will show us how to make the hammock firmly and quickly and easily to release for tomorrow morning.
So I'm going to put this rope here. Okay? Now with my right hand I need to put my finger, this finger here. Okay? And I need to turn this rope around this finger, making X, one X here, like this. The X needs to be like here. Somebody.
Maybe a jaguar.
You may have one. Aqui, like this. Okay? So now I'm going to take this and wait a second, because I need to put, look, the mosquito has two little ropes here. Then I look like a ghost, right? Un fantasma. Então, I need to find this. It's like a shirt, okay? And I need to find these two holes. And then I can be the sample,
okay.
because I'm the hammock. Okay, the hammock needs to pass inside. Pode pegar aqui. Você vai pegar aqui. essa parte daqui.
יש שתי חורים, הוא צריך להעביר את
שני החורים כאילו.
כן. זה צריך להיות בתוך
And to give this campsite, each company have to register in advance. So you can see that it's very clean, very organized. Even I can show you a surprise in the middle of the Amazon River, that they have the toilet for women. So okay, let's see. I found it very unique and very sanitary. So let's see what it look. You can see that it will have the leaf, made by leaf cover, and then like this one is very unique, and I feel very confident and very convenient when spend one night here without any fear. And now Anderson will make a tablecloth by the coconut leaf. He show us how to tie all the leaf together, and then he make it beautifully.
Now, it is fast. I have to down, up, down, up, down, up. And still do like this, not get lost.
And then we have tried a very special dish from Amazon jungle, daddy lava from the special coconut. It called coconut barbecue. It's very different from coconut, that green coconut that we drink normally. So you can only find the coconut barbecue in the north of Brazil. So it's very small and it have 3 coconut inside. And actually the lava is very tasty and it have the smell, the taste of the coconut. Then this is the trees of the coconut barbecue. You can see it had the very yellow that on the skin. And one of the surviving skill in the forest is how to make fire. And Anderson have make some fire with some material he brought with him, and at least 5 people have tried to make fire, and finally we got fire successfully. And let's see how difficult it is. It's not easy at all. After having fire, we cook rice, we grill chicken and fish. We have a very good dinner with all the good food, and we make a lot of joke and have some game together. It's kind of very romantic dinner with a lot of candles.
Não que você não tenha outras tarefas, mas assim, tipo de afinidade. Nós conhecemos, sabemos conviver.
After having meal fully, we go to the river and try to catch some small animal like a caiman. They call it caiman here in Amazon. It's actually alligator, and people just pick the small one and show for the tourists to take some picture. Someone didn't have courage to hold the alligator, but some dare to kiss and take the picture like hold my Israeli friend. So we kind of very courage. In the morning, let's see the coffee make in the Amazon River, and I saw Anderson. He used the hot charcoal to filter or to reduce the bitterness of the coffee. And many people said it is the good, best coffee they have ever drink. And I found it. If I told them how he make it, and sadly I didn't have that picture with me. So for breakfast we have egg, we have cookie, we have coffee, and some banana. It's very healthy breakfast. After that, we packed and took off all of the hammock and gonna leave the forest. We have one night and it's very memorable for us. And look, this is Brazil nut. If someone have heard about that, it's one of the super nutritious food, and it's the first time I saw the Brazil nut. It have a very hard outside, and Anderson had used a lot of effort to break it down, and then inside they have around 20 seeds. People need to take the cover out again in order to get the meat inside. It look like this. Okay, ciao 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 ciao. The floresta. We go to one of the locals' house. That means people living around the river. After we leave, there's some big bird approaching the place because we have left some food there, and you can see that where they were waiting for us to leave in order to get the food.
Viu lá o urubuzão? Ó, lá na... onde a gente tava.
Tá expulsando a gente já.
Já foi embora.
No Rio Grande do Sul é calor, sabe? Só que não é calor úmido. Quando tá calor, lá tá seco.
É, então.
E...
Lá foi muito quando ontem, porque eu senti muita diferença de mata pra Mata Atlântica.
Our next destination is visit a local people house to see and learn about their way of life, see how they do the cassava flour, and they call it farofa in Portuguese, and interact with them. They have the small kid, and he very intelligent, and he just 5 years old, but he can speak as a tour guide. He introduced what of the trees is and how the things going here. And the boy, many people, they only remember how good the boy is, not only the thing he show around the house. In the garden, they have many Amazonian special plants, something like capuachu, acai, takuma. Capuachu usually made the juice. It's very tasty, a little bit sour, and I love it. Whenever I have a chance to order the drink, I always go for capuachu. And the owner of the family is inviting us one of the capuachu that she just got from the trees, and see how to open it. Wow, it looks yummy and it's tasty. Capuachu. Remember it when you go to Amazonas. Let's try the capuachu juice.
Não, eu sou qual é,
And
gente?
after
Qual
having
é
capuachu,
tesoura?
we go for the seeing the process of making cassava powder. Is a very popular dish in Manaus and the north of Brazil. It's called farofa. Whenever people have dinner or lunch, they always have the
But
farofa with a
It's just
small,
like
crunchy yellow power.
Mas essa é pequena, né?
Não, ela é grande, olha o tamanho dela, da raiz desse. Ela é grande, ela é raiz. Cuidado pra não cair. Eu faço guardar.
Não, pobrezinha. Isso aqui é árvore de castanha? Conseguiu?
Já.
Vamos lá.
Moto?
Não é minha.
essa daqui.
É Deus que planta.
Não dá pra ver não, olhar pro céu. E você come? É rápido, né? Pega alguém ele! Atacar! Eu vou fazer Tá indo, né? Opa!
So our last days is for bird watching and dolphin observation, and we also did some canoeing by paddle.
Rema do outro lado.
We enjoy the activities by the river with a lot of bird singing, with bird watching. They have a variety of birds with a very beautiful songs. And you can see that we lost into one of those peaceful and beautiful part of the jungle. It's like a paradise during my 5-day stay, and I love in staying here, forget all of these things temporary, and then recover and recharge the energies after 4 days in the Amazon jungles. So this is my trip in the Amazon jungle. So if you like the visual of my travel diaries, like my video and subscribe for my channels, and I will tell you my next visual for the last trip in Manaus. I have a lot of things to tell you about the Amazon jungles and Amazon rivers. See you guys next time. Ciao ciao.
Tchau, tchau.
לא הגזמנו, לא שתינו כל יום עליהם.
לא, שתינו רק בתור מצטבר. 9 בירות ו2 קייבים.
9 בירות.
כל אחד 3.
וכל